Hey guys, so today I'm going to talk about the clips from Breaking Dawn. So I'm just going to do 3 clips in this video. It's going to be all the ones that have Bella in it. The first clip, when she finds out she's pregnant. We got this after Comic-Con, but anyways, this is not the one that you saw at Comic-Con. Anyway, moving on. So, a funny part of this, the funniest part of this scene, or this clip, is when Bella goes, "I'm late. My period is late." And she's like, or Edward just has this look on his face. It's so funny. Sorry. It really is. I know it's not supposed to be because he's obviously really shocked. He's like, "What? That's not right." You know what I mean? Because he's like, "Wait, I can't get you pregnant." But he did. And he's just like standing there and she like. And then another thing about this scene is like when she looks in the mirror and she says like, she's looking at her stomach, she's like, "Oh my gosh, that's impossible. There's no baby bump there." But then again, well, at least to me there's no baby bump. She has a flat stomach. I think even Robert said that in an interview. It was last night on Jimmy Fallon. Or Friday night, sorry. Thursday night, sorry. Oh. It was Thursday night, and he was like, they were talking about that scene. And he was like, "I don't know why she's like thinking there's a bump there. There isn't, because she has this really flat, tiny stomach." But then again, it's like some women, when they're pregnant, they kind of, the bump is very big, right? The baby goes out very big, and then some women have really small, like my aunts. They were very tiny when they were pregnant, so yeah, some women are like that, so they're probably doing that for Bella. So she doesn't have to wear that prosthetic belly all the time, right? Or various sizes of it. So they probably have her wearing the really big one later and then not have one for a smaller size. You know? It's just easier that way. Anyways, so overall this scene is pretty much like it is in the book, right? After she finds the box that Alice puts in her bag, she's like, "Wait a minute, how many days has it been since the wedding?" And then leads into this. And of course, we're gonna expect Alice to call soon, so, but we see just a little bit of the clip. Okay, moving on to the next clip. It's the one that was shown at Comic-Con. Excuse me. Oh, sorry about that. Clip shown at Comic-Con. All I can say, or the one thing I had to say, that house. Wow. That is a really nice house. Very beautiful house. I would want that house. It isn't, Carlisle knows how to give gifts. That's all I have to say. It's like, Team Edward, Team Jacob. How about Team Carlisle? He'll buy you an island. An island with a really nice house with nice furniture. I think there was a TV, really nice TV, ocean, surrounded by the ocean, easy access to it, to the beach. Wow, then you'd have to pick Carlisle, right? Just kidding. Anyways, one of my favorite parts of this scene is when Edward leaves and Bella's getting ready, right? She's brushing her teeth and in her hair, and she starts washing her hands, and she's just like, she keeps washing all her arms, and then she's like, "Wait a minute, I'm just gonna take a shower." And it's just so funny because she's so nervous, and it's like, and that's exactly how she does. It is in the book too, right? It's just funny to see her be all nervous. Oh my god, sex. That's something. It is a very nervous thing when you're gonna have sex for the first time, even when you're gonna have sex, in general, right? It's very nervous, or at least the first time with a particular person. It's always gonna be very nervous. You're like, "Oh, what if he thinks I'm bad or he doesn't like it or, you know, things like that you're gonna worry about. And then of course, she opens her suitcase and what does she find? Lingerie. That has to be very embarrassing. Sorry. I'm sorry about that. Anyways, it has to be very embarrassing to have your sister-in-law pack lingerie for you. And it's not even like, it's extremely revealing lingerie. One of them was like this tiny little see-through top looking thing. And like, she's like, oh my god, Alice. Of course, this scene also has 2 songs from the soundtrack, which I'll talk about. I don't remember the name. Sorry, I'll talk about that in the soundtrack video later on. But yeah, overall, still pleased with the scene, like I said. Like the book, right? Overall, I'm really excited because this one seems to be very close to the book, which is awesome. Because you always want the book to film adaptation to be as close to the book as you possibly can be. Of course, in the next scene is one without Edward, but it has Rosalie and Alice and Charlie and May. And this is at the wedding. And Bella's getting ready. You know, you see Rosalie's there doing her hair. Let's just really quickly talk about the dresses that they're wearing. Really pretty. I like the color on them. I like how they're wearing a purple-ish kind of color. I wouldn't say it's purple, you know, but it's like a variation of purple. And their hair, I like that haircut on Alice. I really do. I know some people don't like it because it's really short, but I do. It looks nice on her. And of course, the wig Rosalie is wearing, finally, it looks really nice. Because, like, I'm not gonna lie, the wigs in the first 2 films weren't as good. Weren't very good wigs, right? You know, you can kind of tell if she was wearing a wig. And obviously, poor Nikki can't dye her hair because she did try to dye her hair blonde, and it started falling out. So you don't want to have an actor, put certain, if something like that's gonna happen if they dye their hair, then you don't want them to have to do that, right? Just get a wig, kind of thing. So I'm glad they got a really good wig. And then Charlie steals the scene. He comes in, he's like, I know, I'm hot, and he's wearing his tux, right? And then, of course, he reveals what they got for Bella, which is her grandmother's hair clip, or I guess, it's a hair clip. And they put sapphires in it, so it's something old and something blue, and he's like, you needed something old besides your mother. And she's like, something blue, and you put the sapphires in. Of course, it's interesting. Renee's all crying. That's what moms do. They cry. Right? Oh my god, my baby's getting married. Kind of thing, right? And of course, Bella's their only child, so, right? You're gonna be upset. You're like, oh, where's the time gone by? Right? That's just what parents do. It's hard. Hard to let your little one, not so little, obviously, your child grow up and move on and get married and start having families of their own. Of course, Renee goes, when she's talking about the clip, you can pass on your daughter and their daughter, and, and the look on Bella's face is like, that's not gonna happen. You can tell, like, oh, she's kind of sad that, she can't do that. But she will. Little does she know, right? She will be able to pass that on to Renesmee, which is very nice. So that's it. The next video is on the 2 clips with Jacob in it. And then, of course, the soundtrack. Bye.